According to Forbes, about 50% of American marriages end in divorce, with a large increase since the beginning of the 1940s. With this increasing statistic, it is important to look at how the children in these families are affected by the separation. Good morning. My name is Hallie Julius, and this is the effects of divorce on children. My research question is how are children in America affected long-term of parental or guardian divorce on their development and well-being as they transition into adulthood. My argument is that children in America are negatively affected long-term by parental or guardian divorce as they transition into adulthood. They are negatively affected psychologically, socially, and by their own decision-making. This quote by Maximus says, "Children whose parents got divorced are more likely to develop anxiety, depression, or other types of mental disorders. Kids face many challenges while growing up, and their parents' divorce only adds extra attention in most cases. Increased chance of developing behavioral problems. Kids who grow up in both parents are less likely to indulge in impulsive or aggressive behavior. At the same time, kids with divorced parents have more difficulties communicating with their peers. The divorce of the parental unit disrupts stability and support systems, leading to challenges across multiple levels of the child's development." This visual shows the statistics of some of the effects of guardian separation on children. Children from divorced families are 2 times more likely to drop out of high school. 25% of adolescents who have experienced divorce become disengaged from their families. Children who have experienced a divorce frequently have lower academic achievement. Children from divorced families are more likely to have academic, behavioral, and psychological problems. These statistics display the academic issues that present when a student is a child of divorce. It also says how these children feel less connected to their families. FamilyMeans.org says, while children go through a divorce, unresolved conflicts may lead to future unexpected risks. Research has shown that children who have experienced divorce in the previous 20 years were more likely to participate in crimes, rebelling through destructive behavior which harms a child's health, with more children reporting they required smoking habits or prescription drug use. The evidence suggests that a child of divorce may be prone to adopting unhealthy habits. These behaviors can have serious implications for the psychological health and overall well-being. It's possible that these habits serve as coping mechanisms or ways to alleviate emotional distress resulting from the divorce experience. This graph shows that people with divorced or single-parent families were prone to more behavioral problems and result disciplinary punishments in school. In the story Through the Tunnel, Lessing says he did not ask for permission on the following day to go to the beach. He went before his mother could even consider the complicated rights and wrongs of the matter. This piece of evidence is from a story about a young boy with a single mother who goes out to the lake and almost gets caught under a channel, trying to impress the other kids in the lake. This situation may not have occurred if the boy had asked his mother for permission. Many children of single or divorced guardians are more prone to make radical decisions without asking their parents first. Divorce is inevitable, but some of the solutions I came up with is that parents are encouraged to put their child through therapy and keeping both parents equally involved in their life. Some of the limitations to this is that a lot of families cannot afford therapy, as well as it's common for one parent to move a further distance, which makes it hard to keep up with split custody of their child. Keeping all of this information in mind, it is important to consider these effects before beginning your separation. Thank you.
All right, I do have 2 questions for you. So stay there. Back up a little bit, actually. There you go. Okay, first question. How valid and reliable were the sources that you used, and how do you know they were?
I know my sources were valid and reliable because I found them through JSTOR, Purdue OWL, and peer-reviewed studies. For example, my quote from FamilyMeans I found through JSTOR.
And if you had more time, what additional research would you have conducted on this issue?
If I had more time, I would do additional research on how these children who are from divorce, how it affects how they are in the future, like with their future children and their future marriage.